today is the day I'm off to St. Petersburg. I'm currently at the three train stations square, and just behind me is Kazan station, which takes you to Kazan, and then there's Yaroslavsky, which takes you to Yaroslavl, and then the one I'm catching is from Leningradsky, which takes you to Leningrad, which is St. Petersburg in the modern era, and I think typically always was. We've got a marathon to run tomorrow night, 10 o'clock, the White Nights Marathon. We're about a week after the summer solstice, so we should have basically twilight the whole race. This is my third year doing it, and we're looking for a PB, although it is very hot in Moscow and in St. Petersburg, and we're due for thunderstorms and lightning in the day tomorrow afternoon, which will just make things even hotter and more humid and more painful. There's a big gang of us going from the online group I'm a part of, the Guerrilla Runners. I think there's about 8-9 of us doing the marathon, 5-6 doing the 10K, which is the sort of satellite race, and hopefully find someone for a beer afterwards at an Irish pub or a Scottish pub that I know nearby the Finnish area. So hopefully this mini travel will be interesting for all of you, hopefully. So we're in St. Petersburg, lovely church there, just out of the train station, and off to get our race kit, our race number, and apparently there's some really good goodies in the goodie bag, so probably worth the cost of the race just for that. So last night it was the Scarlet Skies evening in St. Petersburg. It's a big festival for all the university graduates. Unfortunately, there was no chance to get down to the river embankment to see the event itself, but it was really busy in town, and given the very hot temperatures today and yesterday, it was packed, really busy. So we had a reasonable night's sleep last night, that's the Friday. We've had a large breakfast this morning, we being just me and my two legs, and trying to keep out the sun and keep off our legs for the rest of today. It's a long day to be doing practically nothing, but the super heat will help me keep disciplined on that front. I'm just going to try and find a coffee, and I'll try and walk through my race goals and plans a little bit later on. So, couldn't sleep this afternoon after lunch with Vitaly, one of the other guys running from our online group, the Gorillas. So I've come out for a quick walk. The plan tonight is to head off around 3:45 per kilometre pace, which brings me in just under 2 hours 40, which should be a nice sort of 10-minute PB. But given the weather, it's a little bit cooler now. Obviously we're going to play it safe, see how that first 5-10K go, make sure I'm taking on water, and then we'll see where it goes from there. I think a lot of people are going to have similar ideas, sort of taking a little bit of insurance on their pacing, depending on the weather, how warm it is. And there's a horrible 15K, which is really unsupported, which goes off into the middle of nowhere. So that's the pain cave, I think, for most people. So race kit today, as always, fresh pair of pants and socks, take a shower before I run in. Plenty of Vaseline in the extremities and some medical tape for my nipples. Got a nice light, the Stopri running top from Nike. I've got a pair of very cheap, at the time, Sportmaster running shorts, which have got huge pockets on the side. So I easily squeeze 3 of the Beta Fuel gels in one side and 3 of the Arena gels, electrolytes, and what they call a battery gel, which has got some guarine and BCAA in as well. So I'll have 1 beta gel from CIS about half an hour to an hour before we start. That'll be after having had a bottle of Coke about 3 hours before the start and just having had a cup of coffee. And probably the pièce de résistance, pair of New Balance. I think they're the Fuel Cell Rebel 2s. So they're well tested and tried on previous marathons. They've got quite a few Ks in them already, about 250, so they're not fresh, but they're very comfortable and they can go the distance. And then for me, what's most important, in fact, once you finish obviously and you've smashed your PB, is the recovery, immediate recovery. So that's a pair of fresh pants and socks, some wet wipes just to wash yourself down quickly when you get changed. I got very cold last year because it was already 1 in the morning, so I've got a long sleeve with me and a body warmer and just a regular summer linen shirt that I can throw on, and a bottle of electrolyte mix up, which will hopefully quickly enable me to come back to myself before go and have a cheeky pint or two with some of the lads and girls. They're all invited after the event. Чуть ветерком. Hotный встречный. A little bit of wind on our backs for the first K. A bit easier than expected, but we'll see how it goes after 30 odd K. フェスティファルに festival-like atmosphere, of course, as it was last 2 years. About 1 hour to go before the marathon kick-off time. Plenty of time to kill, bit of a warm-up, see if I can find some friends.
Много. Классные десяточки вам сегодня. Обязательно потом хвалитесь, как пробежали. Вы все что не знаете. Вам огромный привет всем тем, с кем недавно виделись прям буквально, с кем-то неделю назад, с кем-то пару недель. Большая тусовочка сегодня. Ребята, побежали! Это просто какой-то фанатский сектор сегодня бегаем. Мы рады вас видеть. Не, огромный вам привет, пока вы подниметесь к старту. Напомню, что у нас с вами 9-я минута старта. Посмотрите на часики, часы, которые на стартовой арке находятся. Ну что, кто? Мы работаем белой ночи. Ребята, все, кто снимает на видео, я передаю вам огромные приветы. Мы ждем вас на финише. Мы вас любим, продолжаем. Спасибо, что вы с нами. Спасибо, что вы поддерживаете друг друга на дистанции. Что вы зашнуровали сегодня свои кроссовки.
Я жду, ребята, но надеюсь, слышно ветра. Прям бушует. И не жарко. Надеялся на лучшее, а получилось как всегда. Всем легких ног. That was a big fucking balls up of a run. I mean, the first 10-12k seemed okay, although after the first couple of k, in fact, I could feel my legs were a little bit, I'd say, wooden, and the heart rate was elevated more than it should be for that pace. Got a marching band in the background. So yeah, I just thought after 15k I just dropped the pace. Thought I'd hold 4:15, 4:30s, but that dropped to 5s, to 5:30s, to 6:30s in about 5-10k. I wasn't the only one, which is not much in the way of good news, but clearly something was playing games today with the soles of my feet, my legs, the hot weather in the day, the baking hot asphalt, still warm, I don't know. We go home, and we'd like to go to the pub, in fact, and analyse this in great detail over a pint. but I think the end result is we go home and put it all down to bad bloody weather, and then work out how I can just stick to cold weather marathons, because I seem to do okay in them. St. Petersburg was fantastic, absolutely amazing support on the course. Even the horrible 15k out and back loop was pretty good. So an enjoyable event, way off what I wanted, but an enjoyable event. You know, you could walk 40k around St. Petersburg and have a good time. I don't know why you'd have to pay for that, but you get a medal, and the medal is not bad.